welcome to this pre-recorded Hatha yoga class. My name is Wendy and this class will be presented at level 1 for beginners, so it's suitable for all body shapes, whether you're doing yoga for the first time or whether you are a more experienced yogi just looking to get back to basics. This class duration will be approximately an hour, give or take a couple of minutes. And for this class, you might want to use a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block available, you can use a pillow, either from your bed or from your couch. You can have a little hand towel with you, or a yoga strap if you prefer. Maybe a nice fluffy blanket for Savasana towards the end. If you prefer using your eye pillow, feel free to use that as well. This will be a full body class. We will start with a gentle warm-up, and then we'll do some balancing asanas, we'll do some standing asanas, we'll do some core, we'll do some arm balances, forward folds, and a gentle inversion towards the end. And of course, towards the very end, we will end the class with Savasana. So, just the golden rule when we do a yoga class, while we allow ourselves to work into slight discomfort, we never go into pain. We don't breathe through the pain, we breathe through the discomfort. When we come to our yoga mats, we come to our yoga mats in love and in celebration of the body, what the body can do. We celebrate that we've got breath, that we've got space and time available to do this. We are not punishing ourselves for the extra serving of ice cream we had last night or for something we did wrong in the week. This is a celebration of our body, as I said. It's an act of self-love, and let's remember that while we go through the practice. Let's be gentle towards ourselves, let's be kind towards ourselves. And let's also not compare our body towards what we could do yesterday or last week or before the lockdown. For this couple of minutes, let's just be here and now, fully, as we are. You guys are obviously, well, maybe you guys are practicing alone, so there's no need to feel self-conscious. There's no need to feel that you need to push a little bit harder or go a little bit deeper. This is a couple of minutes just for you, and congratulations and well done on taking this time out to take care of yourself. So while we settle in, you can meet me in an easy seated posture. So that could be cross-legged, that could be like I'm doing it, it could be half lotus, full lotus. You can extend your legs in whichever way you feel comfortable to sit up straight for a couple of minutes. And while we settle our body and we make the necessary adjustments, I invite you to gently close your eyes. You can place your hands on your knees, facing down or upwards. You might want to use Jet Nidra, where you tuck your index finger into your thumb, palms turned outwards, or you might just want to have your hands relaxed in your lap, whatever is comfortable for you. So while we are sitting comfortably, we've made the necessary adjustments. Let's allow our eyes to gently close. Just a tip here, if your mind is racing and you find that closing your eyes makes it worse, exasperated, try keeping your eyes open, turn downwards as if you are looking through the floor but not focusing on the floor, as if you are focusing behind the floor. So there's two options there for you, either closing your eyes or a gentle downwards gaze. And let's just connect with our breath. Just allow it to flow naturally and freely, preferably exclusively through our nostrils. But if if you maybe have allergies or sinus or a bit of a cold, breathe through your nose as much as possible and then breathe through your mouth when needed. When we breathe, let's focus on sending our breath down into our stomachs. And for that, you might want to relax your stomach muscles a bit, allowing you to fill the bottom parts of your lungs. When we breathe into the bottom parts of our lungs, we activate the receptors for calming and relaxation. Just allowing your breath to flow. Maybe allow your attention to go to your surroundings, to the sounds that's available for you. What are the sounds coming to you? What does the air feel like on your skin? Is there any smells available? Just allow all of this into your awareness. Welcome the sounds and the smells and the feelings. You don't have to interact with them, you don't have to analyze them. Bringing your awareness a little closer. Focusing on the air moving through your nostrils. And when you exhale, maybe notice that the air is slightly warmer than what it was when you inhaled. Keeping our awareness on our breath. Maybe feel the breath moving down along your spine, all the way down into your stomach. Feel the gentle rise and fall. Preferably your stomach should be rising first and then your chest. If you find that your mind is wandering, there's thoughts that are popping in and out, acknowledge the thoughts and then bring your awareness back to your breath. And I would like to ask you, while you're breathing, just savoring this moment, I'll ask you one question. If there was no lockdown, no coronavirus, no to-do lists, no worries, nothing to occupy your mind. Find one word that would describe what's left. My word is peace. Maybe you have a different word. Maybe you feel love or joy, patience, acceptance. Just while you are breathing, really focus on that word and the way it feels. What the word represents to you. And maybe you even want to use the feeling or that word as your intention for this practice. Allowing with each inhalation for that word to fill your body and your mind and your heart. And when we exhale everything that kind of stands in the way of that word. We exhale our to-do lists, our uncertainty, and we inhale our love, our joy, our peace, our patience. While we remain seated with our eyes closed, let's bring our palms together in front of our heart space in Anjali Mudra or the Namaste greeting. On our next inhalation, we gently extend our arms above our heads. Allowing our spines to stretch out just a little bit. And on exhalation, we're opening up our palms and gently lowering our hands back to the mat. Let's do it another time. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Inhalation, extending arms. Exhalation, lowering our arms to the mat. Hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, extending arms, straightening our back. And exhale, arms back to the mat. Perfect. We're going to do a gentle neck rotation now. For that, we will take a nice deep inhalation. On exhalation, gently lowering our chin to our chest. Taking a nice inhalation, we now focus on drawing a line with our chin to our left shoulder. And on exhalation, drawing a line from our left shoulder through towards our right shoulder. Inhale. inhalation, bringing our chin back to the center of our chest. On exhalation, and on inhalation, lifting our head back up into neutral. Well done. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls now. Let me demonstrate to you first. We will coordinate it with our breath as well. So on inhalation, rolling our shoulders up towards our ears. On exhalation, getting a nice stretch in the upper back, bringing our shoulders back down. Inhalation, bringing our shoulders to our ears. Exhalation, squeezing our shoulder blades together. And last one to the front, inhalation. And exhale. Let's do it in the opposite direction now. So rolling our shoulders to the back, squeezing our shoulder blades together, inhale. To the ears, round to the front, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Let's do our shoulder squeeze now. For that, on inhalation, we will bring our shoulders up to our ears. On exhalation, just letting them drop down with an audible. So on inhalation, shoulders up to our ears. Exhale, audible sigh. One last time, inhale. Well done. If you are seated on a yoga block, you might want to remove it now. You might also want to extend your legs. You can sit in cross-legged for a while. Just give it a nice thump and sway to get the blood flow going again. So how are you feeling now? Are you checking in with yourself? Are you feeling a bit calmer than when you started? We can now move our feet. You can't see on the screen there, but just moving your toes towards the inside. If you can touch the floor with your toes, that's perfect. If you can't, that's also fine. And then extending them back towards the outside, touching your pinky toe to the floor. And back inside again, and outside. And inside, and out. A nice little thump and sway again. There we go. And we can meet back in easy seated posture. Keeping our backs extended, our spine stacked. Almost like you are sitting against a wall or a chair with your back. We're going to do a nice little side stretch now. So for this one, we will inhale, extending our arms out. On exhalation, we will lower our right arm onto the mat and have a nice little stretch. If you feel that your one sit bone is lifting while you are doing that, you can modify with the yoga blocks. So we will inhale them and exhale onto the yoga block. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Coming back up, we're going to do it towards the left hand side now. So we'll inhale, extend our arms, exhale, getting a nice stretch, opening up the side, keeping our shoulders stacked on top of each other. Let's take another 3 breaths here. And we come back up into neutral. Repeat it towards the right hand side. Stretching over, opening up our side. Keeping our shoulders stacked on top of each other, not leaning forward with our shoulder. Opening up our chest. Let's take another 3 breaths here. Coming back up to neutral. Extending it to the left hand side again. Let's take another 3 deep breaths. There we go. Gently coming back up to neutral. Let's do a gentle twist now. You can start either to the left hand side or to the right hand side, it doesn't matter. Our digestive system works towards the right hand side, so for that reason I'm going to start twisting towards the right. How are we going to do the twist? We're going to take a nice big inhalation, placing our left hand on our right knee, lowering our right arm towards the back of our back. We gently start twisting with our neck and then our shoulders, and allow the twist to travel down your spine. If you find it difficult to breathe here, just lift your chin. If you want to extend your spine, just lower your chin just a bit. Let's stay here for another 3 breaths. Extend our arms for inhalation, returning to center, and then we're going to twist towards the left. If you find placing your hand on the floor below you is a bit difficult, you're welcome to use a yoga block. So we will then inhale, place our right hand on our left knee, our left hand on our yoga block or on the floor behind us. Start twisting with our neck, then our shoulders, and into our spine. Keeping our tummies tucked, that will help you to straighten your spine. Let's take another 3 deep breaths here. And on inhalation, returning to neutral. Let's do it one more time. Maybe this one there's a bit more space that opened up. You can twist a little bit further. Let's take another 3 deep breaths. And returning to center, inhale, and towards the left again. Another 3 deep breaths. And we return to center, nice big inhalation. And exhale. Our next asana is going to be a gentle seated forward fold. We're going to just wake up the muscles in our lower back. Again, here you go just as deep as you can. Again, you may use a yoga block. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale. On exhalation, focus on sending our collarbones to the floor, keeping our back straight, and then lower our arms onto the floor. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. And on our fourth inhalation, we'll start walking our hands towards the left-hand side. If it's possible for you, you can rest your forehead on your left knee. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. On our fourth inhalation, walking our hands back to the center. Again, stretching towards the front. We'll stay for 3 breaths. And on our fourth inhalation, walking our hands towards the right hand side. If possible, resting our forehead on our knee. And we'll stay here for 3 deep breaths. On fourth inhalation, back to the center. Maybe you can feel some space opening up. Go a bit deeper into your fold. And we stay for 3 breaths. And on our fourth inhalation, activating our core muscles, lifting ourselves back up. Nice big inhalation, stretching towards the sky. And exhale. Well done. Let's give our legs another thumping sway. Get the blood flow going again. Big toe to the floor, big toe to the outside. Perfect. How's your body temperature feeling now? Are you feeling a bit warmer than when you started? Flexing our feet, pointing our toes to the floor and bringing them right back up again. You can coordinate this with your breath, so we will inhale, extending our feet, exhale, flexing our feet down to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. So you can just swing your legs around now. We're going to go into good old faithful cat-cow pose. Again, here you can stretch just as far as comfortable for you. What does cat-cow look like? We get onto all fours. We've got our wrists stacked below our shoulders, and we've got our knees stacked below our hips. You can have a space between your knees, about the size of 2 of your own fists. If it's more comfortable for you to have your knees together, feel free to do it as well. So cat-cow, on inhalation, what we do is we lower our back, make it hollow, from normal tabletop into hollow. See there? Okay. And then we inhale, extending our chin to the sky, tucking our stomach. Nice big inhalation. And on exhale, we round our spine as a cat would stretch, and we bring our chin to our chest. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And returning to neutral. Before we continue with the class, I also need to show you a resting posture. If you are doing any of the asanas and you are feeling a bit winded, bit dizzy, a bit nauseous, not feeling your proper self, you're welcome to come into resting child's pose or balasana. Rest there, and when you feel better again or able, just join the class in where you are. So for balasana, just move a bit forward. For resting child's pose, you will be on your all fours, on your inhalation, your exhalation, and you're rounding your back, and then just gently lower your body onto your lower legs, extending your arms to the front, and then resting with your forehead on the mat. You can have the stretched out version, or if you feel more comfortable, you can place your arms in the traditional posture. You can have your knees together, or you can have space between them. Having your knees together gives you a nice massage on the stomach. Having your knees apart is a bit gentler on the lower back. So this will be your resting posture then. Okay. And you are welcome to return to your resting posture whenever you feel the need for it. Okay. So from here we're now going to go up into our standing asanas. How are we going to go to our standing asanas? First, we're going to tuck our toes. That means that we put our toes on the mat. As if we are inhaling or breathing in for cat cow, we're going to inhale. On exhalation, we're going to round our back and then gently lift our knees from the mat into a nice little triangle. If your heels touch the mat, that's perfect. If your heels doesn't touch the mat, that's fine also. Okay, what we want to remember is we want to take our chest towards our knees, and we just allow the back of our legs to stretch and open up a bit. If this feels uncomfortable, you're welcome to bend your knees a bit. You might also want to alternate your heels up and down. Just allowing your body to feel all the different sensations here as you continue to breathe. Let's stay here for another 3 deep breaths. And now on your fourth inhalation, bring your eyes to the space between your thumbs and focus on the spot there, and exhale. On your next inhalation, we're going to step forward with our right leg, trying to place it between our hands. If you don't quite reach it, you're welcome to assist your leg. So now we've got our right foot between our hands, and we've got our left leg extended behind us. Now you're going to place your hands on your knee and gently lift yourself into a high lunge. Can you see me? Yes. Okay. We're going to try and stay here for 5 breaths. This posture can be a bit strong on your quads. So if you feel it's biting into your quads a bit, feel free to lower your knee onto the mat. Okay? Take a couple of breaths there, and then try and lift it off the mat again. Let's take another 3 deep breaths here. And then we gently lower our left knee onto the mat. So by now you should feel a nice warming sensation in your left quad. What we're going to do now is we're going to place our hands on either side of our right leg, and we're gently going to allow our pelvis to move towards the floor. If I take my hands away, that's what you will see. Just gently allow the stretch. If this is a bit too intense, just lift yourself up a little bit. Take a couple of breaths. And then see how far your pelvis can go towards the floor. And we stay here for another 3 breaths. Beautiful. Now on our next inhalation, we're going to slowly move our weight to our left leg and extend our right leg as much as possible. If you can't fully extend your right leg and you've got a little bend in it, that's perfectly fine. Just as far as you can go. Maybe start walking your hands to the front. If you can touch your head onto the shin of your right leg, beautiful. If you can't get there yet, don't worry. I couldn't either. It's moving our way to the front again. Nice stretch in the back of our leg here in our hammies. Stay here for another 3 breaths. Moving our way towards to our left leg, extending our right leg again. 3 breaths here. And one more time to the front. 3 breaths over here. Last time, moving our way towards our left leg, extending our right leg. 3 breaths. Moving back to the front, we can now just move our back leg, our right leg back until we are back in tabletop. Well done. I just want to mention as well, if sitting on your knees is a bit sore or hurt, you can use your little towel, fold it into a square, and just place it under your knee as a pillow. So back to tabletop, our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees under our hips. Let's inhale. Exhale, rounding our back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And on exhalation, we tuck our toes, round our back. Gently start lifting our knees from the floor until we are back in our downward dog. Again, feel free to alternate your heels, bend your knees a bit, find your sweet spot, and then we stay here for 3 breaths. On our 4th inhalation, we're going to step our left foot to the front, keeping our right leg extended, placing our hands on our knees. Gently lift ourselves into a high lunge. Again, if this posture is a bit too intense for you, you are welcome to lower your knee onto the mat. Take a couple of breaths. Extend your leg back again. Let's stay here for another 3 breaths. And now our 4th inhalation, gently lower your knee onto the mat. Nice conversation happening there in the quads now, isn't it? For this you can untuck your toes as well, or keep them tucked. We're going to place our hands on either side of our left foot, and again just gently allow our pelvis to move towards the floor. Just to show you what it looks like here. You also maybe want to check that your knee doesn't extend over your feet. If that happens, you can just pull the toes to the front of it. On inhalation, moving our weight towards our right leg, extending our leg as much as possible. Maybe even you're walking your hands to the front. If you can touch your forehead to your knee, that's perfect. Another 2 deep breaths here. And moving our way to the front again. Perfect. For 3 deep breaths. And right to the back leg for 3 deep breaths. One last time to the front. To the back. And then gently coming out of the sauna. We are back onto all fours, tabletop. Let's put our toes together, inhale, and gently rest in child's pose for 5 breaths. And slowly placing our focus on our hands, we're going to lift ourselves back up. Tabletop. Straighten our back legs again. Nice big inhalation. Exhalation. Chin to chest, rounding our back, tucking our toes, lifting our knees into down dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then walk our feet towards our hands. Small little steps until you are in your forward fold. If this is not comfortable for you, bend your knees. Gentle forward fold. Rolling your spine up vertebra for vertebra until we are in the standing posture. Nice big inhalation. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Oh, you can't see me. Come over here. Okay. So for this part, we're going to do our balancing asana now. Our balance asana for today would be a combination of the tree pose and the chair. So for that, if you are not too confident with your balancing, feel free to stand against the wall, even if you stand just a bit away from it to give you that sense of security. Okay. You might want to step off your mat for this as well. If your mats are a bit bouncy, it kind of interferes with the balancing. So we will have our feet about hip width apart, micro bend in our knees. We're going to focus our attention or our balance on our left leg. We're going to lift up our right leg and place our heel above our knee. Okay. Once you've got your balance over there, gently bend your left leg as if you are sitting on a chair. If you can only bend it a little bit, like that, perfect. If you find more balance in here, and you can go a bit deeper, well done. You stay here for another 3 breaths. Beautiful. Gently extend your leg again. Give it a nice shake. Placing both our feet under our hips again. Micro bend in the knees. Focusing all our attention for balancing on our right leg. We lift our left leg. Place our heel above our knee. And gently start lowering ourselves into a seated position. If you lose your balance here and you fall over, do so safely. But then come back to your posture. And let's stay here for another 3 breaths. Wonderful. Extending your leg, lowering your feet, and give it a nice shaky shake. There we are. We can meet on the mat again. You want to work on the length of your mat here. And we can lower ourselves down into a reclined posture. You might want to use a pillow if that's more comfortable for you, or just recline your head down onto the mat. Let's see that you can see me. Perfect. We're going to focus on the core now. So what we are going to do is we're going to bend both our legs with our feet on the mat. On our next inhalation, we're going to lift our feet into a nice 90 degrees. Lowering our knees towards our chest. Just hug them in. Feeling your thighs or your upper legs pressing against your stomach. Have a nice breath here. And then loosening our hands again, placing them on either side of our body. We're going to start drawing a circle with our knees. Let's start moving towards the right first. So coordinating it with our breath, we're going to inhale. When we get to the front, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to change direction now. So we're going to draw our circle towards the left. Moving to the front, we're going to inhale. And towards the back, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Again, bringing our knees to our chest, giving it a nice hug. Lowering our feet back onto the floor and extending our legs. Second part of our core exercise, I will show you two variations. One is an easy does it, and the other one is a bit more intense. We're going to start with our arms next to our body. The first part will be to lift your shoulders off the mat as far as comfortable for you. Okay. Recline back onto the mat. We're going to lift our shoulders again. The second part would be to extend your legs or lift your legs off the mat. If this is too intense, you can bend your knees and come up a bit higher. Lowering our, extending our legs again and back onto the mat. Now in this asana, if it feels like your whole body is getting the shakes, that's perfectly fine, it's okay, you don't have to control it, just allow it. So, let's start again. On inhalation, we lift our shoulders and exhale. Inhalation, we lift our legs and exhale. Inhalation, back up and exhale. Inhalation, we lower it back down and exhale. Inhalation, all the way down. Do you feel a nice burning, warming sensation here over your abdomen? That's what we want. So let's complete another 2 rounds of this. We inhale, lift our legs, come back up, exhale, and back down. One last time. Lifting our shoulders, lifting our legs, whoops, back down, and down. How is that feeling? Are you feeling a bit warmer, your body temperature? How's your breath feeling? Is it a bit faster? A bit more shallow? Let's just take 3 deep breaths here. And just for the fun of it, let's do another 3 rounds together. So we're going to inhale, lifting our legs, knees to chest, exhale, and back down. Again, inhale, lifting your knees, knees to chest, back down. Stay with it, we've got 1 more round left. Last one, shoulders up, legs up, back down, and rest. High five, it is healthy. Well done over there. Take another 3 deep breaths here. Well done. You can bring your knees back up again. Place your hands behind your knees. You can crisscross your legs if you so choose. And just gently roll back up into a seated posture. Okay. We're getting very close to Savasana. So we're going to rest in just a little while. We've got some arm balances left to do. And we've got a forward fold and a gentle inversion. For this, we're going to go back onto our all fours. We're going to place our hands or our arms on our front arms, like that. And just to kind of stretch out the back of our leg again, we're going to step back with our right leg, tuck our toes in, push all our way towards the back, and just give it a nice stretch out. Take another 3 breaths. Perfect. Now the left leg, stepping back, tucking in our toes, pressing back. Wonderful. Bringing both feet back, staying on our forearms. We're going to first extend our right leg, tucking in our toes. Then our left leg, tucking in our toes, and we go into dolphin plank. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Tucking in our knees, stretching out into child's pose, just for about 3 breaths. And moving back into all fours. One last time. Forearms to the carpet or to the mat. Extending our right leg. Extending our left leg into plank. We don't want our bum up there or down here. We want to try and keep our bum and our spine in a straight line. 3 more breaths. Lowering our knees to the mat. Gently rolling back into child's pose. And we rest here for 3 counts. And we come back onto all fours. Lowering our legs back onto the mat. We're now going to do a very gentle back bend. For that, we're going to keep our elbows under our shoulders, stuck under our shoulders. Our hands flat on the mat. Lowering our body. You want your hands about shoulder width apart. On a nice big inhalation, we're going to lift our upper body. Just until where it's comfortable for you. This is a nice stretch into the lower back. We want to lower our shoulders, not have them up against our ears. Looking to the front. Having a nice deep breath. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. And lowering ourselves back down onto the mat. Have 3 nice breaths here. And let's extend again. Lifting our upper body. You want to use your back muscles here. Not too much pressing on your hands when you start. So if you want to check it, you want to lift your hands from the mat and lift the upper body. Yes? Okay. And then once you've lifted your upper body, start pressing on your hands as far as it's comfortable for you. Shoulders away from the ears for 3 breaths. And lowering ourselves back to the mat. Let's take 3 breaths here. And for the last round, on inhalation, lifting ourselves. You don't have to straighten your arms. This is fine. Three breaths. Gently lowering ourselves back again. We're going to stay here. Open your feet towards the edges of your yoga mat. On inhalation, exhalation, we're going to look over our left shoulder towards either our left foot or our right foot. Take 3 breaths. Inhale back to neutral. And just repeat it towards the right side. Just 3 breaths. Returning to neutral. Lowering our body back. Placing our hands under our shoulders. Gently pushing ourselves back up into resting child's pose. Let's take another 3 deep breaths here. Gently focusing on our hands, lifting ourselves back up into tabletop, and then just finding yourself in the easy seated posture. How are we doing now? I'm definitely feeling a bit more warmed up than when I did when I started this. How's your breath feeling now? Let's check in with our breath. So let's place a hand on our chest, hand on our stomach. So for a couple of seconds, close our eyes. Take nice deep breaths. Let's focus on inflating our stomach first, and then our chest, and exhale. Inhale, extending your stomach, and your chest, and exhale. One last breath, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. So we've got 2 more asanas left. We've got the forward fold left and then the gentle inversion. So for this forward fold, we're gonna extend our right leg first, keeping our left foot tucked in to our groin area. If you are not too confident about your flexibility, this is the part where you can use a little towel. What we are going to do is we're going to inhale, exhale, placing the towel around the ball of your feet, and then gently lower yourself into a forward fold. Okay. So this is the easy does it version, and we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. What we want to do is we want to focus on sending our collarbones towards our shins. So we don't want to round our back. If that happens, it's okay. Towel on your ball of your feet and gently extending your collarbones towards your shin. If you can touch your toes, perfect. If you don't have a towel handy, just go as far as you feel comfortable. We're going to stretch here. Stay for 3 breaths. On your 4th inhalation, you're going to extend up. And exhale for 3 breaths. Fourth inhalation, inhale. And exhale. The last 3 breaths. Inhale, extending, nice stretch, and exhale. Well done. We are now going to untuck our left foot, tucking our right leg, same as the previous one. We're going to inhale, exhale the towel around the ball of our feet, focusing our collarbones towards our shins. Stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale, folding forward for 3 breaths. Big inhalation up and last forward fold, exhale. And inhale and exhale. Well done. So we are in our inversion. We're going to have a gentle inversion. It's called an assisting shoulder stand. If you are a more experienced yogi and you want to go into your full shoulder stand here, feel free to do it safely. Remember, you're responsible for your own safety. Don't turn your necks towards the side, and rest there for 8 breaths. If you're a beginner, you can use your yoga block now, or your blanket, or your pillow. If you don't have either of that on hand, you can do it without the props and just have your legs extended. Let me demonstrate. We will go into recline posture again, bringing our knees up, lifting our pelvis off the floor. Just insert the yoga block towards your lower back, your upper bum, and then rest your weight on there. Opening up your hands to the side, we lift our feet from the floor onto a 90-degree bend, and then just gently extend our legs up. What we are doing now is we are allowing all the blood to flow back to our body from our feet. This posture is very beneficial for migraines, headaches, varicose veins, swollen heels. You can even do this assisted against the wall. So you would place your bum against the bottom of the wall, your legs up against the wall, and you just rest here. If you are in a full shoulder stand, you're welcome to play around with your legs, do the scissor, bend them, go into lotus, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's take another 3 deep breaths. feet back onto the mat, lifting our pelvis, removing our block. We can stay in this reclined posture now. We're preparing our bodies for Savasana, extending our legs about 30 to 40 centimeters apart, arms next to the side of our bodies, placing our hands on our shoulders, and just lowering them back into the floor. If this is hurting in your lower back, you're welcome to bend your knees and recline them in, place your knees together, and close your eyes. And just allow the body to rest and to breathe. Staying focused on your breath, your eyes closed. Gently breathe in, allowing your breath to travel to the tips of your toes on inhalation, and on exhalation, rolling over your body like a foam roller until you exhale. Inhale, sending all the breath down into your body, into your toes. Exhale, allowing the exhalation to roll over your body, over your muscles, until you fully exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Focusing your attention on both your feet. Allow them to relax fully. Your heels, your toes, the top of your feet and the bottom of your feet. Relax them completely. Allow that relaxation to flow up to the bottom legs, the calf muscles and the shins, and relax completely. On your next inhalation, drawing the relaxation up over your knees, onto your thighs, relaxing the front of your thighs and the back. Relaxing them completely. Drawing the relaxation up to your pelvic area and your hips and your buttocks. Relax them completely. The next inhalation, draw the relaxation to your stomach and your lower back. And relax completely. Drawing the relaxation up to your chest and your middle back. Allowing your chest just to open and your back to relax. And your shoulders. Allow them to fall flat to the floor. The upper arms, the lower arms and your hands. start to relax and your cheeks, your forehead, and the back of your neck. Allowing your entire back to relax. And the back of your left leg. And your right leg. Allow the left hand side of your body to relax completely. And the right hand side relax completely. If you are ready to end your relaxation now, and gently start wiggling your toes, touching your thumb to your fingertips, gently waking up the body again, feeling the right knee up to your chest, and your left knee, gently having it into your chest. Staying connected with your breath. Reclining your right leg back into the mat. And your left leg. Interlacing our fingers. And a nice big inhalation. Stretching the body into staff pose. Re-energizing the body. Then you may roll onto either your left side or your right side. And when you are ready, you can meet me in a seated posture again. Staying in this space and connected with the breath. Placing our hands in Anjali Mudra. Keeping our eyes closed for just a couple of more seconds. Let's end this practice by breathing together 3 times while we extend our hands above our heads and bring them back to Anjali. Let's inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last inhalation. Inhale. And exhale. Hands in Anjali Mudra. And then it is with deep felt gratitude in my heart that I thank you for joining me for this practice. And then I say to you, blessed Yogi and Yogini, Namaste.